Start it off. I'm leader to this interview. Guys, this is I Am Publications. We're doing a nice interview here. This is Valerie here at Host Food, and I'm wearing this mask, and I'm gonna take it off right now because the mask makes me feel restricted. I mean, it's one thing to say social distance, 6 feet apart, but then when you walk around with this mask all day, I can't. It's like hard to breathe, and psychologically, it makes you feel like you really can't talk to anyone. So, Valerie, how do you feel having to wear the mask? How does it make you feel emotionally?
I feel very restricted, especially conversating with a lot of people. It's just like I have a glass in front of my face, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I can't get my point across as much as I want to.
Right.
Because of how restricted the mask is.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I was studying constitutional law. And, you know, after a while you start feeling like, man, like, are we being told what to do now? I mean, is it, like, you know, America is the country of the free, the land of the free and the brave, and it's not feeling like that now. Would you agree? Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel being here?
I have to be here. I have to feed my family. I have to work.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you feel free?
No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel that this conversation I'm having with you right now is a concern with a lot of beings. A lot of beings are like, wait a minute, you know, it's one thing, man, it's like, you know, it's the other thing too is the truth is the truth, and then you feel like, man, if I really tell the truth, am I free enough in this country to tell the truth without paying the price? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, if we have to watch what we say when our hearts say, go ahead and speak the truth, and then we don't, I don't believe this country is as free as it's promoting itself to be. Now, most people probably disagree. There are people who probably feel like, oh my gosh. But, you know, bottom line is, everyone that's, listen, my whole theme about my site is, you're everything good. And it's all of the yous that we are that makes any country, that makes any.
Do
we have to also send online if we are?
All right, guys, I just had to pause it right quick because someone was asking Valerie a question. So anyway, this is a concern. Some beings probably not cool hearing this, but there's a concern that we begin to feel like our rights are being treaded upon and being encroached upon. And I mean, like right now, the mask is off, so I'm gonna let you hear how I sound with the mask on. So now I have the mask on. So my sound is probably more muffled. And I'm telling you, like when I go into stores now, they say, oh, it's the law, you have to wear a mask. Yeah, and it's like, man, it's hard to breathe. So it's the law to not breathe well. It's the law to feel emotionally disconnected from everyone. Like one of the things I was saying earlier is that, hey, listen, we got this social distancing thing, but let's not get close from ourselves in heart. Valerie, expound on your own words. Like, how do you feel when you see your friends now? When you go out in public, do you feel like, yes, you're physically there, but emotionally you're not?
I don't go out.
You don't go out now?
I don't go out now.
You stay in?
Yeah.
So how is it staying in with your family?
I don't know. I feel like if I go out, I put them at risk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather self-isolate and keep to myself in order to not risk my family.
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me does believe it. I do believe it's real. But then with everything else that the government has done, it's really hard to put that aside. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said since we have gone through other situations,
Yeah.
it's hard to not say, hey,
Not
maybe
say,
this.
like question it. You know?
Right. Well, you know, I tell you something. I thank you for your interview and your openness, and I mean, like, I didn't feel disconnected when I walked up to you. And that's the most important thing I'm stressing in these videos is that everyone listen up. Listen, you're wearing these masks. Do not let fear have you make someone feel like they're a bug or something.
Yeah.
That you got to be very careful so you don't catch something.
Okay.
You know, okay, so what, you're gonna wear the mask. You like saying I'm gonna protect my health and all that, but at the same time, remember everyone is important, and you're not wearing the mask because you feel that you could just subconsciously just start being offensive and not even know it,
Not even know it.
right?
Yeah.
So everyone continue to show your hearts as we're going through this. And yes, they have this rule now, social distance. Every time I go in the store, I see these little marks where you got to stand 6 feet apart. Even like coming in, like right now I'm gonna turn and you're gonna see a line and everybody have to stay 6 feet apart. You see? So this is the physical social distancing, and we gotta like to make sure that we don't get emotionally, right, heartfeltly
Yeah.
distant,
Yeah.
because hey, we need each other. And if we get to the
Especially right now.
yeah,
Especially right
can you say that a little louder because on your mask is kind of
now.
muffling.
Yeah. Especially right now. I think we all need to come together and emotionally help each other out.
Yes, and this connection cannot be strategically broken with us feeling like we can't be near each other. Would you agree? Yeah, because you know, if this is the way it is now, where are we heading? You know what I'm saying? Where are we heading? You know, so we got to head in a different place, a better place than this. I'm gonna thank Valerie for her time. Valerie works here, holds food, and I thank her for her. Let this gentleman go. He had a noisy shopping cart. Thank Valerie for her honest comments, and I'm just out here, you know, recording good content, and I hope I did some good camera work. 'Cause I was looking at Valerie. I was looking at you the whole time, and I know sometimes when I do that, my camera tends to. Yeah. So, would you be cool doing this interview over?
I think I have to go to lunch in a little bit. So
Like 5 minutes?
yeah.
You got 5 minutes? You know, I believe I did okay, because I was looking down and
Yeah,
I
I
was,
think you were good.
yeah. So anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this interview up. She has lunch in 5 minutes, and we just, you know, this is conversation. We shouldn't be afraid to say, hey, how we feel now with this thing. You know, I mean, this country's supposed to be a free country, so we should not be nervous about voicing our true and honest feelings. We're not trying to say we're gonna attack anyone or do something weird, but hey, we have to be honest about how we feel right now. And there's a lot of feelings going around about this. It's not just, oh, let me wear a mask to protect myself, but then there are those feelings like, gosh, man, what's going on? I mean, like, you know, I don't want to be pushed in a corner. Like for me, putting this mask on, it's hard to breathe. Man, every time I go in the store or anywhere, I'm like wearing this thing, and I'm like, man, it's hard to breathe, and then I feel like it's hard to talk. You know, so these are concerns that should be heard and shouldn't be like, oh, be quiet, don't say anything, you know?
Yeah.
No, we have to speak our hearts, man. This is supposed to be the land of the free and the brave, right? So if you're going to promote that, then represent that. Don't have people hiding in the scenes, making us afraid to say what we really feel in our hearts. Because after all, man, it takes all of us to make this country work, not just some of us. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Valerie, in your own words, wrap up this interview, and then I'm going to head on to my next store. Say whatever you like to say. What's on your heart?
I don't know. I just feel like everyone should take it seriously and not as. That's pretty much all I have to say. Just
What about also lovingly? What do you feel about the idea of everyone, or being more positive and optimistic?
yeah, I feel like everyone should use this as an eye-awakening moment where the country needs to come together. No one needs to be separated. No racial wars. Nothing. You know what I mean?
Yes. Valerie, thank you very much, because you know something like this always bring out very important points like what she just made. You begin to discover that we are more important than we realize, and the togetherness is very, very important. And separation is not the importance, right? You agree? All right. Valerie, thank you for your time. I really appreciate the interview. And tomorrow, or even when you get off,
Yeah.
check it out. I should have it posted by like